Hello, Internet friends. I want to thank everybody for their love, care, and concern. It really has made a difference. I feel so much better today. Yesterday, some sisters from the Mormon church came over, and I'm not Mormon, and I didn't call them. I didn't ask them to come over. God sent them. I know that may sound ridiculous to some people, but it doesn't sound ridiculous to me. I'm not Mormon, and I know some people don't like Mormons and don't like the Mormon religion, but these are people of God that came over, and they prayed for me, and, well, in combination of the prayers from my internet friends and from the people who came to visit me, it really made a difference. They're going to have some elders come over tonight to pray for me, and that makes a difference. A few years ago, when I first got sick with anemia, and I was in bed all the time, the sisters started coming over and visiting with me. And they encouraged me to go to church, and I was like, all right, I'll go to church. I'm not really into populist church, if you know what I mean. But I went to church, and it was cute. You know, they got all the kids running around. Everybody has to go to the bathroom right when the service starts. It's hilarious. Anyway, so a couple of elders, they did a blessing, and immediately after that, I started to feel better. And when the missionaries used to come and visit me, they used to tell me that I have more faith than they do, and they're the missionaries. And that sounds goofy. You know, I used to be a nurse, so I just don't have blind faith in caregivers, and I don't just stick any sort of pill in my mouth arbitrarily. I just ask the Holy Spirit to guide me. All right, I know a lot of people don't agree with me or don't believe what I believe, and that's okay. If you want to disagree with me, feel free. I have broad shoulders, I can handle it. Anyway, so here's my garden, and what I've been doing is I've been planting the bottom parts of my onion, and there you can see I have onions, and I've been planting the little pieces of garlic. You know, when you break open a clove of garlic and there's little pieces, I just take them out in the garden and shove them in the ground. And then here's my bean plants. And my bean plants still have flowers. Oh, and you see the tomato plant there? Gosh, that thing I planted in April from seed, it's finally starting to get flowers. We'll see if we get any tomatoes on it. I'm hopeful. Maybe I might get a couple of tomatoes. I might have to pick them when they're green and let them sit in the windowsill and ripen. But I'm really happy with my garden. It does look like a train wreck. It's kind of like a hodgepodge. But I'm not one for making these neat little lines and having, my vegetables. I like it sort of like a jungle. And look at this tomato. This is one tomato plant, you guys. One tomato plant. You're going to be shocked when you see the size of these tomatoes. I got this plant from Home Depot. Look at this. Look at the size of these tomatoes. They are enormous. And this tomato plant is really cool. It continues to flower and continues to produce tomatoes. You know, some tomato plants, they produce their tomatoes all at once and that's it, and then they die. This is not that kind. So I have a little greenhouse I'm thinking I might put over the top of it. Hopefully I can keep that tomato plant alive through the winter. That'll be a nice little experiment. And there's a tomato plant. Okay, so this one was a branch from the larger tomato plant you saw, and I just stuffed it in the ground and it grew roots, and look, it flowered. I'm gonna get tomatoes on that guy. Well, maybe, if we'll see how it goes, but I got flowers. I'm very impressed. Tomato plants are so cool. And those are my little baby scallions that they plant. Those are from the seeds that came from the giant scallions you see in the ground, and those were just the bottom end of green onions. Look at that, a baby green onion. How spoiled am I? I am definitely blessed. Look at all my blessings. And then I was experimenting with growing potato plants in pine needles and yard debris. So my old this is growing in my old dead bean plants that I pulled up in pine needles. Look at that. It just went right through the holes. Thanks, Internet friends, for watching. I hope you have a blessed day.